Dunkin' has a whole new line of handcrafted signature lattes. Blueberry Crisp, Caramel Craze, and Cocoa Mocha. They're so delicious, you'll realize that you've been spending a whole latte time drinking the wrong coffee. So even though you've been together for years, it's time to say goodbye to your ex, Coffee Place. Because you've got a latte love for Dunkin's signature lattes. Sipping is believing with Dunkin's new handcrafted signature lattes, like Blueberry Crisp, Caramel Craze, or Cocoa Mocha. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer.
I like it. I like it a lot. For our next guest, on the Joseph Abboud VIP guest list, he is an actor and a hero cop, Bo Dietl. And he joins us now on the phone. Good morning, Bo.
Good morning. I apologize I couldn't get in there. Big accident on the FDR Drive here.
On the FDR?
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad it's not you, Bo.
Well, all I can say is that I watched this mayor talk in New Hampshire the other day, and he's a damn liar. He's a big-tooth liar. He says he's not driving with an SUV. I live down the block. He uses an SUV when he goes to his gym. He says, I use a green Pacifica. He's a damn liar. All he does is lie, and all he does is continuous corruption. Now he put this guy from 32BJ on as one of his assistants. That's the union that delivers all his votes all the time. This guy is such a creep. We've got to dump him out. We have to have a recall on this guy, you know?
Yes, we do. Cuomo's got to do something. Step up, Andrew.
Yeah. So we really, I've been watching what's been going on with the political landscape here, and Biden's finished, but in reality, we have to stand behind this president because the alternative, whether you like Trump or not, the alternative is going to be disastrous.
Yeah, there's no question. That's the key. I mean, it's whether if you don't love Donald Trump, Bo is exactly right. If you don't love Donald Trump, the alternative is even worse. So, but Bo, I got to ask you about this. Tomorrow, of course, will be 18 years since our tragic day, 9/11. Your good friend Bernie Kerik will be here tomorrow. And we know, of course, how involved you are being the hero cop that you are. Nobody's more New York City, Bo. And I know you're going to be humble and say no, but it's true. You are New York City. You are the man. So looking back, does it feel like 18 years, Bo? And what exactly was your day like, 9/11/2001?
Well, 2000, I was coming into New York City, and it was a beautiful day. It was around 70 degrees, not a cloud in the sky. And I was coming in from Long Island, and I was on the viaduct going to the Midtown Tunnel when I saw smoke coming out of one of the towers. And I heard that there was a small Cessna hit the World Trade Center. And then all of a sudden, there was another explosion. I didn't see the plane actually going in, but it looked like the building blew up. Half the building blew up. I went on IMIS. I went on the radio with IMIS, and I was telling them what I was watching. Now they closed the Midtown Tunnel down, and I was able to show my retired badge and get through. And then we went to the office, and then what was happening from my office, I was in the Daily News building. I had 2 floors there, and then what we saw was the implosion of the buildings coming down. Now, years ago, I was an iron worker on the original World Trade Center, so I always wear a suit. Mike Saravello always wears a suit. So I said, Mike, we got to get down there, see what we can do. So we jumped in our car. We hit the Army Navy store. We bought some dungarees and some NYPD sweatshirts, and we went down there, and then we were down there for the next day and a half. And in reality, after those buildings came down, there was really 2 people left. There was a Port Authority sergeant, another cop, and what we were on conveyor lines giving water and oxygen to the emergency service guys. And it was the most serene thing, because what it was actually, and anybody who was there can verify what I'm going to tell you. It was like there was 6 inches of snow. It was the plume from the concrete and all that stuff that was not good to breathe. And when you walked around, it was like walking on snow. It was crunching. And all of a sudden, all you heard was the oxygen tanks of the firemen that were running out of the air, and it had this squealing sound like,
Yep.
And then what that was the oxygen was running out, the alarms were going off. And it was just one of the most unbelievable things. And anybody that tells me about saving people and all that, after those towers came down, there wasn't too much to do because everything was pulverized, and the plume that was all over the place was like I said, like snow. And, it's just one of the most horrific days that I'll never forget. And people have become complacent. What's going on in Afghanistan now with the president was 100% right of pulling out of that, because we know for a fact that the Taliban was the ones that were supporting Al-Qaeda and protecting Al-Qaeda with bin Laden. And the reality is, if you give them another opportunity to fester in there, they got to wipe them out, because otherwise they're going to come back. And the best place they come back to is America. And they're going to hit us. Do not become complacent, because they're not happy with us being happy here. They're happy with them hurting us. And anybody doesn't believe it, I'd like to go back to 2001, September 11th, on that morning when the world changed. And the reality is you can never forget, because they'll come back. You got to crush a punk. And these are punks, and you got to crush them into the ground. You can't let them up. You got to beat them into the ground.
Couldn't agree more. And one of the things you've been adamant about on the Imus in the Morning Show for many years, Bo, and with me and Bernard as well, you said it again just now 2 or 3 times, is it's going to happen again. They're going to come back. So it's really an easy question as the years move along. And I know we've thwarted a couple of attempts, including a big one in Times Square. But now that we're up to 18 years, as the years move along, do you feel like maybe that's not going to be the case? Or do you remain as adamant as ever they're going to hit us again?
In America, we have a great life. We have all our freedoms. We're allowed to say and do what we want to do. For some reason, there are people that are not happy with our freedoms, and they want to destroy our freedoms. And if, you have a lot of good Muslim people, but you also have maybe 5% of fanatical psychopaths that believe in one thing, believe in the takeover. I went to Dubai 2 weeks ago, and if you saw the amount of children that the families of these Muslim people have, some of them walking around with 3 wives, kids, 10 kids behind them. The whole idea is they want to take over the world in population. They're having 8 children per family, and by 2050, I'll probably be long gone, but 2050, this world will be half Muslim. We just pray to God that the Muslims that are there realize that it's not all about taking over, it's coexistent. You want to be a Jew, you want to be a Christian, you want to be a Muslim, we have to live together. It's not about me taking you over. And in the Quran, and people can read the Quran, it's all about taking over, and if you don't coincide with their religion, they want to wipe you out. That stuff has to go away. Religion, from many, many years ago, said Bernie, religion was one thing. It was for poor people, and it was all about hope. But in the religion, the Muslim religion, in the Quran, it's about taking over or converting people. If you don't convert, you die. And that has to be realized by the good Muslim people. We have to change. I mean, even in the Catholic religion, when we had the people there, the Crusades, they were wiping out Muslim villages, killing women and children. My own Catholic religion, the Christian religion, was really bad. But we've evolved. We've changed. Everyone has to change. We have to coexist. You have to coexist to be on this planet. We can't think about wiping each other out. That's bullcrap. And as long as the good Muslims control these fanatics to keep them in check, we may be able to exist. But if we don't, if you're talking about 1% of, say, 4 billion Muslims, 1%, you can figure that out. You have 400 million psychopaths. So what are we talking about? We're talking about if you have that many of them, something's going to happen. And it's scary because it's scary for my children, and I have a grandson, and it's scary because I want to coexist. If you like vanilla ice cream and I like chocolate, fine. But you can't change what I like and what you like. And that's the biggest thing. We have to reach out to the Muslim communities around the world and say, look, we believe in what you believe in. You believe in Muhammad, God bless you. I believe in Christ. You believe in this, you believe in that, but we have to coexist. And that's the biggest problem. People want to change people's opinions.
I love it.
Even with President Trump, you don't like the guy, fine, don't vote for him. But the adamacy of there is so horrific that they hate him so much. But the reality is, look, we are all Americans, and we have to protect this country. And people are jealous about what we got, all the great freedoms we have in this country. And on September 11th, we have to realize all our soldiers, and I'm very honored, this Veterans Choice, the medical insurance for veterans they're able to go to any doctor, any hospital. It's called VA Choice. President Trump told me a couple of weeks ago, Bo, you were responsible for giving me the idea. Now veterans could go to any hospital, any doctors, and we could take care of them. Hell, we take care of immigrants that come here illegally, and they can have all the medical care that they want. Well, let's take care of the damn veterans. It's all Veterans Choice. They passed the bill, and I thank the good Lord that I helped get that bill passed to the President of the United States. That's called VA Choice, and God bless our veterans. God bless our first responders.
I should have called it the Bo Dietl bill. Bo, that was...
No.
But listen, quickly. Jimmy O'Neill yesterday wrote a column. The job is not dead. Apparently, he's out there trying to salvage his reputation. Briefly, Bo, what did you read that column, and what did you think of it?
Well, all I can say is I talk to cops every single day, and the horrificness of what's going on, they've backed off. They're not getting involved. This thing is a smoldering now. Now all the scumbags on the street are now knowing they could do what they want. They can have their way with cops. When would you ever get cops getting containers of milk thrown at them and all that? And they stand there, they walk away. They got to go in there, beat them into the ground, cuff the son of a gun, bring them in, lock their asses up. I just get so angry because that's my family being cops. And when I see them being abused like this, those cops should go out there and do what they got to do. And that's it. Because what's going to happen is the criminal element knows they can get away with everything. And now they abuse cops. It's abuse. That's what exactly was going on.
Yeah, that milk incident, the cops are trying to keep people out of a burning building, and they're throwing milk at the cops and other things. I mean, it's absolutely outrageous, and it's because of people like Jimmy O'Neill and what he's done, the de Blasio stooge. But, Bo, listen, we are out of time, but we always love you.
Love you. Great job, Bo.
I love you. I'm going to pop up there if I ever get out of this traffic. I'll see you guys later.
All right. The great Bo Dietl right here on the Bernie and Sid Show. 1-800-848-WABC. 1-800-848-9222. We still got more to come. The Yankees say goodbye to the Boston Red Sox. First time in 4 years they will not win the division, and Monday Night Football last night. Plus some great guests in the next 2 hours. Stick around. More of Bernie and Sid.